All right, we want to welcome you back to the Derby City Classic 2013. This is the Straight Pool Challenge. You're watching Ralph Eckert. It's the inside pool production of said event. And this is a high run, gets $1,000 on this tournament, so they're going for the gold. We have Freddie Agnew in the booth when he gets done here.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning for those of you on the West Coast. Or good early afternoon, sorry. I don't know what time it is anymore.
There is no time,
That's
Freddie.
right.
That's the secret.
There's no time.
There is no time in the casino.
This is straight. We're playing on a 10-foot table.
5x10 Bigfoot diamond.
4.5-inch pockets. Any idea what these side pockets are measuring at?
I'm not sure, but I believe the corner pockets are the standard size,
Standard diamond cut,
which is
4.5-inch.
a little under. Yeah, it's two balls cannot go into the side,
Oh,
into the corner.
They're under 4.5?
They're under 4.5, so they cannot go into the.
Goodness.
Yeah, but
Make
they're
it
actually
even more brutal. Now, Ralph was practicing this exact shot earlier on, straight up the table at
Now-
pace. He rubbed the cushion, but he's in.
The funny thing is, at Tunica, at the Southern Classic, their 5x10s were actually tighter than this, and Earl said they were too loose. Freddie, please enlighten us to your thoughts on this particular match and table here.
Well, you know, people have been talking about the table being a little bit tighter or looser or whatever, but I believe it might be the same table. Obviously, the conditions are going to change. We've gone from Tunica to Louisville, Kentucky, from the summer months, I believe it was, to now in the middle of December. So we're going to have different conditions. That's right. This is going to be the production model. Boy, that's some tough action. I mean, imagine if you were a homeowner saying, "I want a 10-foot table," and you get this. The great thing is if you get used to this, you're going to be a good shot maker. I'm not so sure how it's going to help you on your overall game because you're just putting too much time, too much effort, I think, into shot making. All right. Meanwhile, we are returning, it's a nice return to 10-foot table action on straight pool because the old masters played on 10-foot tables, but they did play with bigger pockets. They did play with bigger pockets. I had mentioned earlier that in Massachusetts we had 3 or more 10-foot tables at Smith's Billiards in Springfield, Massachusetts, one of the oldest pool halls in the country at the time. And they were dated back from whatever World's Fair that those tables were available from. And the corner pockets were pretty big. They were every bit of 5 inches. They could have been 6 inches for all I know is I could make a ball, and I was just a hack at the time. In fact, I'm still a hack. No, not this tight, as far as I know. Oh. Yeah, so back to this table here, you can see the trouble balls with the 2 and he tried to just pinch draw that back, and he didn't draw back at all, so the cue ball stuck, and now he's got a slight back cut in this 4. This is the whole rack here. If he makes this, he's got a nice opportunity to get to the next rack, but it looks like he's giving up on the 4. The 4 is not crazy bad for a break shot. I can just no, it is bad. It's not. It's out of the. They drew lines, and I could just barely see them. And now it looks like he's completely given up on these 2 balls. That's too bad because the 2 ball was actually out of the rack area. And it looks like then there's no more balls to manufacture. and you have 5 balls left on the table, and as a lot of straight pool players would say, once you have 5, 6 balls on the table, you better know what your break ball is going to be, or else you're just hoping for luck. So apparently the 3 ball is going to be his break ball, and unless he tucks it to the side rail, it's not going to be very pretty. There's no side pocket break below the... No, yeah, it's the 3 ball. He's hating himself right now. Yeah, so right now it's just an out to get to this cue ball to the right rail, tucked near the side pocket. I mean, I can't imagine that he'd use the 15 ball as the break ball coming out of the side rail like that. I mean, hacks like me will do that all day long, just so I can show you how not to do it. But yeah, on this particular pattern, the 4-2 was hanging out there way too long, and he knew it was a problem. And I'm very surprised that someone of his caliber didn't even look to get rid of it earlier, especially with the 3 ball there. The 3 ball could have gone to the 4 ball earlier to take care of the problem, but he just couldn't get there, I guess. So I can't fault him. He certainly was trying. And then when he got to the 4 ball, he come up a little short, and he had to shoot his break ball out. And yeah, see, by doing that, it looks like he wants to. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that he's trying for the 15. Yeah, the 15. I guess we can say it's not a bad key ball. He certainly would have wanted. I think he would have wanted the other ball, the whatever was the upper right corner, as a nice key ball to come straight down the table. But this one, he's got to land this nice, because you're forced to go back and forth at speed that kills your cue ball at the rail. I expect this one to be hit too hard. And, hey, you know what? That might be the best spot you could possibly ask for in that, and I'd have to, if I could go over there and thump the stick. That is a very, very nice spot. If you had ball in hand, where would you put it? Yeah, that was nice. Nice recovery. How many tries do they get? I believe they get 12 tries. Ralph played yesterday, I saw, so he must be on his last couple of shots here. By no means, of course, is this a picnic, this shot here. The cue ball's obviously going to go in the stack. It looks like it, from where I'm sitting, it looks like it's going to hit full on the 7 ball. That's the second ball up from the corner. So it looks like he's forced to plow through. He just needs some kind of separation. And I think you're looking for, this actually didn't turn out bad. He could just plow. Put all your effort into, oh, you see how he looked to the left? I don't like that. And this guy's way too good to be doing that. Plow through. And that's the rack. I mean, that was beautiful. 6 balls as tough as ball. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to have to do some nudging and tickling because none of the balls lay good. If you're a bottom of the rack type of guy, you might have the 14 as your last ball. If you're side pocket breaker, you might have the 2 ball as your break ball, but I would think that he's trying to do some nudging and tickling here. And I think once he gets rid of the 6 or the 13, if the 13 goes, then neither's a problem. But if the 13 does not go, then he's got to get rid of one of these balls very soon. And I think he needs to tickle the 10 ball, which is the ball that's just to the left of the rack. Tickle action. Oh, he's tickling those balls out. He still doesn't have a break ball, unless he's going for the 2 on the side or the 14 in the off the bottom of the stack. But I think what happened in the last rack, he really waited way too late to make his break ball. Yeah, the bottom break isn't bad. I mean, because he really doesn't have. From the straight pool players, the 8-ball on the side coming off the top 2 balls of the pack. Again, a hack like me would go for that, but you don't see many professional straight pool players going for that type of break ball. And I think Bobby, you might be right. I think it's really since he's not really 10 is in the rack. It might not be in the rack, but I don't believe he can rack the balls. But I'm saying that, but I don't know how the rack was drawn either. Drew this rack in there. Well, it must be because he's now shooting this 14 out, and the 10 ball is the only ball that he could possibly. Yeah, I would have thought that he'd bump the 10 there, but apparently it's out of the rack enough. Now, since they're playing by themselves here, are they playing all ball fouls? I know it's a silly question, but are they? So if he fouls, like, you know, if he leans over and yeah, I would say that that's too close to the rack also, but I really can't tell. Well, we'll see. Now we'll know. We'll all know after this how it works out. Wouldn't that be fun if he gets all the way down there? You know, years and years ago, when I barely could play this game, I was playing some straight pool because back in New England, people stayed. Funny at the time. Oh. That's about as bad as you can get there. Now he's got to shoot a 9-ball shot just to get on this wonderful ball. Straight across the table with the cue ball, I guess. He just needs some kind of angle. Oh, there goes the 9-ball shot I was thinking. He's too far. Isn't he too far? No, I guess he can tickle something, but obviously he's not all that happy. Tickle out the corner ball and go over the secondary break. I knew he had to shoot a 9-ball style shot, but I really didn't expect that. But you know what? He's on 28. No, is he on 28? He is on 28. Let's take a look. Well, the rack definitely fit. It's a big rack. It's the diamond rack. So they drew the lines around it. And now that we see it, I mean, really, I mean, it seems far away, but you guys have to remember, for those of you who don't play a lot of straight pool, the rack has to actually fit there without without impeding the last ball. He's got just enough angle to tickle the ball out. He's actually playing position, I believe, for that corner ball. So 10 ball in the corner, 12 ball leaks out. And I don't think he wants to pace this ball either. I really think he just wants to nudge out 1, 2, 3 balls. Unless he's got more of an angle than I think. Oh, he just... Well, you know. There it is. He's got 1 ball. And he's on the wrong side for a secondary break. And now he's got to do the Jackie Gleason look. Check the stack. You know, if any of you guys have watched some old videos of some straight pool from back the U.S. Opens in black and white, it always seemed like there was always something that was in the stack that was frozen to come out. Probably had to do with how big the pockets were, but yeah, I mean, he just was just asking for trouble there. It was a brutal roll, but how many of us have done that one too? So, in case Ray Martin is out there listening to this, we'll give out a big shout out to Ray Martin, formerly of the Clearwater area, the Largo, Florida area. He moved up to North Carolina, I believe, just in the last couple months. You know, I do have to say about stack reading, and again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm some kind of straight pool player, because I'm not, but I did grow up in an area of straight pool while it was still the game to play. And it's amazing how many times I'd read, and find a frozen thing, and I'd shoot it, and it'd miss by a mile, but something else rocketed in the pocket like it was there all day long. All right, well, this is his third attempt since we've been sitting here. I don't know how many more attempts he's got. We've seen that break a lot. Draw to the side rail and out. He's going to get a shot on the side pocket with the 13. Whole mess of balls down there, the 11, so he's going to need to clear the 10 ball just to get to the 11 ball, just so he can nudge out the 9 ball. So he's got a lot of work there. I don't see a ball that can break into those either. Good news is the 8 ball, which is to the right of the rack as we see it, sets up decent for a break shot. Some people don't like it that high. Oh, he goes. Look at that. When I said he had nothing to go in there, he was perfect on that to get in there. So toughest ball on the table right now is probably the 2 ball. So take the 12 out and you're clear, almost. The 10 and the 12 would clear out everything, I believe. If I had a straight pool 101 suggestion to anybody, first and foremost would be clear out the corners so you can actually shoot in them. I like Danny Harriman's suggestion, or his advice yesterday. It was very strong advice, you know. Pay attention to that break ball. Don't take your eyes off it. Well, there's a skill I certainly have none. Stretched out, left-handed, draw back with precision. I think pretty much none of that is in my repertoire. Well, I think there's a few balls I think that could be a decent key ball. You know, I'm one of those silly players that I like to use the balls that are up table as a key ball. But I know a lot of other people will try to clear the up table, get them out of the way, and then stay down table. I'd like to know what's happening in the action room, though. Every table was full when I went by, so there's plenty of action going on. So for those just joining us, this is the Straight Pool Challenge at the 2013 Derby City Classic. This is the 10-foot table that they're using for the Bigfoot Challenge. This is Ralph Eckert. He's on his third try here. I'm not sure how many tries he has left. I know he played earlier, but this is his third try. First track of the third try. Our sponsors are Simonis Cloth, of course, Diamond Tables, OBQs, Kamui, InsidePoolMag.com, of course, and the Bank Shot Calculator. I'd love to give action footage, but there are no cameras, as far as I know, in the action rooms. Inside Pool will be streaming the Straight Pool Challenge, the 10-foot Bigfoot Challenge matches, and I don't know if anybody's doing some kind of extracurricular challenge match on the 10-foot table. That might be streamed as well. He's just landed a hair off to the wrong side. If he could get up there, I guess with a straight draw, maybe. But it looks like he's on the wrong side of this ball from where I'm standing. And really in straight pool, you don't want to be stroking out 9-foot type, 9-ball type of shots. So I see some people just getting on here. This is Freddie Agnew, the corner man. I'm filling in for Alvin for a little bit. I'll be here all week now that I'm here. Francisco Bustamante won his first individual title at the Derby City Classic by winning the Banks. He beat Justin Hall, the Tunica champion. Francisco made me money, and we always like money because everything's funny when you're winning lots of money. High run so far, Upstate Al, he says it's 100. That's what I hear as well. Yeah, the problem with saying things are in the header, and it's not so much of a problem, but I know on the iPad there was no header. And I didn't know that until now that I know that. Oh, Ralph. This is a problem with the stretched out draw shots. We've seen it over and over and over again. The stretched out draw shots, people are losing draw. And it's not just one guy, it's like every guy. So if anything, it's sort of it opens up your eyes to your technique that you may not see on a 9-foot table. Where is Stuart Petman from? Is he from England? Is he a snooker player? I haven't even seen him play. Yeah, Ralph is all done here. You know, if I was Ralph, which I'm not, because I don't have blonde hair, I'd go ahead and rear back and just plow through the stack and see if anybody notices. Oh, there you go. He is going to masse. I'd love for him to like kick 4 rails into the.
Have a look here.
He's banking. I think he's. Well, I didn't see him call anything, but it looks like he's banking the 7. He's not stroking hard enough. Oh, he's kicking us. He's kicking at something in the stack. No, I don't know.
Kicking at nothing.
He's kicking at air.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah, as Danny D likes to say, he was shooting at a white flag.
Do it again, Ralph.
Yeah.
He's all spiffied up, though, so he should be able to get something going on. I'm going to work on getting that third camera going. Go ahead, Fred.
All right, that's good. That's good. Was he kicking at? He looked like he was kicking at something that might be frozen in the stack. Who knows? But
does it really matter anymore?
This is number 4. This is his 4th attempt while we've been sitting here, I believe.
He's going for the corner pocket break.
There it is. Why not?
They've been usually doing the
Drawing
side pocket.
Well, I've seen that from. I saw Ralph. Yeah, I saw Ralph do that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would just be his luck at this point. The cue ball has been drawing to the side rail, the left rail, as Ralph views it, and comes straight back into the pack. And I can just imagine that this time, because of his luck, that it'll tick off a ball right into the side pocket.
Well, you're going to get it all here at the Derby City Classic. I promise you that.
Coming off the rail.
Uh-oh. Nice.
There you go. And he's got a shot. He's got a shot, 6 ball in the side pocket.
Sure does.
I don't think he's going to be shooting that combination anytime soon. The 9-3 looks like it's wired, but I'm sure he's going to take care of that before it even becomes an issue. Pretty open rack here. If he could, you'd like to have that 5 ball still sitting there, but I don't think it's going to be sitting there unless the 9-3 is wired. He's going with a left-hand stroke again, stretched out the 8 ball.
The one thing I noticed about this table is you definitely want to respect the table and use the bridge. Seen a lot of players dog.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the bridge shots, some of them look completely, it's just too long, you know. Like, we don't have extended bridges here like the snooker players do, so even some of the bridge shots looked awkward. But for sure, you're absolutely right. You know, most players will be able to reach over half the table in 9-foot tables, and I think that's what they're thinking. Hey, it's just barely over half the table. I should be able to reach this, you know, and they can't. And they haven't been able to keep their tip down on draw shots.
That's it.
We've mentioned that a bunch of times, but that's exactly what happened in Ralph's last breakout on the last his last set. Long shot, he had to power draw. He was stretched out, and the cue ball just did nothing, and that's why he was kicking at that ball.
Just like Earl said, man, it's going to expose everybody's weaknesses, this table, and I've seen it in the 10 ball, I've seen it in the straight pool. The more that I see the pool on this table, the more depth that it has in my mind as far as, yeah, I've seen this, I've seen that, and I'll tell you, it's a whole new ball game now.
Well, sure, it's a bigger field.
It really is. And not just that, it's the mental aspect of it, too, I think is huge. But, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, once people start thinking they can't make this ball, or I got to put it out here because I can't reach it, and suddenly
the mind.
Yeah. He's not thinking too much. He's hitting the 5 to tickle, and he's got something. See, now we're getting to that point where there's going to be 5 balls left, and there's not going to be a breakout for him. I guess the 9 ball will work.
Watch. He's going to try to stretch and hit this ball.
He doesn't even know if he can make this ball. That's the problem. If he could make it, he'd already have taken this bridge out. I would like to think he's disciplined enough to get that bridge.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get that.
There you go. And there's the bridge.
Yeah, that's just a ridiculous shot there. But you'd be surprised what these players have been stretching for.
Yep. But I don't think this shot goes so easily.
He needs that. I mean, what's more sturdy than a bridge? I mean, it is the bridge.
No, he made that with no problem, so I don't understand what the problem was. What's going on here, Ralph? Again, I think this goes back to the mental aspect. I mean, he was staring that down as if it was the toughest bridge shot in the world. Why isn't Earl here?
Earl is not here, from what I understand. Heard from a little birdie that knows that Earl is mad at the pool world.
Earl is mad? Shocking.
Isn't that? And I'm sure that he's doing really well in Steinway Billiards in New York City, in Queens. And he has lessons every week with people.
Oh, I thought you meant like knocking off the weekly.
I'm sure he's playing in tournaments and such, but why would you give up that steady?
Right.
You know, Earl needs that stability in his life to bring himself back, you know, from where he was. And thankfully, Steinway, Larry, and Manny down there are giving him a chance. And Earl, I'm sure he's going to come back better than ever when he decides to come back. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just he's mad at the world.
He's mad.
He's mad. Tricky little out here because he does have to draw out and almost freeze this ball to the, maybe I'll say the first diamond up from the side pocket. And he's stretched out, of course.
Yeah, see, look, here it is.
Would have been no problem if there's a 9-foot table. He's stretched way out. Well, I can't say no problem. This would have been a stretch no matter what.
These guys are going for these bad shots.
About 1 rail up, and now he's got to hold this ball a little bit because he doesn't want the wrong angle. In fact, I'd say don't hold it and bounce on out because he has more options if he bounces on out. But he can't be too funky here. I would say I don't like this angle. It's a long shot on a tight table, and that you have to keep this cue ball just slightly off the cushion. So I guess he's talking 3 inches off the cushion.
He's got to pop this ball. Pop just like that.
Well, he went to 6 inches off the cushion, and he's good.
Wow, he's got a serious back cut. He's going to have to be putting some speed on this back cut, too, which is going to make it overcut.
Well, you know,
he's really going to have to find out where he's going to land this ball.
In straight pool, your standard break shot is going to be a back cut. It's always going to be, I mean, you're always going for that back cut. Sometimes you come up with that straight one where you draw off the rail, but
sure.
This is a very standard break shot. The only thing that really makes this difficult is that he's on the wrong side of the table for a right-hander. If you're left-handed, you shoot this shot all day long. Right-hander, you're going to do a little stretch.
Absolutely.
And he'll go forward. This would be a standard Mike Siegel shot where Mike Siegel says there's absolutely no reason not to go forward. One out of 20 times you're going to scratch, he says. But by the time you're at the 20th, you've already run out the set. That's how Siegel would say it.
Nice. Yeah. And from this angle, you can see that it is not that bad of a cut.
You just keep on changing angles, and you'll come up on an angle that looks straight in.
Yeah, see, here it looks like more of a steeper back cut than the other angle. So he's got a nice pop right into the side of this rack. The big danger is getting caught in the stack.
Yeah, there's no chance here he's going to get caught in the stack.
He'll be good. He's going to come off clean. He's going to ricochet. The phenolic is going to react.
Cue ball's going forward, hopefully 2 rails or 1 rail. Forward 1 rail, and he was fuller. He was much fuller on the hit than it looked. In this, he might have gotten screwed on that.
Made the corner ball too.
Because really, you wanted to get that cue ball up and out towards the center of the table. Having it die down here, he needed some balls to stay down there, but they didn't. And I don't know if he has a shot. That would be very unlucky if he didn't get a shot there. He's already showing you that he needs to bank a ball off that break. Why wouldn't he shoot the ball like the 4 ball?
Wow.
I mean, I realize the 4 ball is ridiculously tough, but wouldn't you shoot that before you'd be shooting a bank?
There's a cut. He's got a cut shot.
And that one in the side is exactly what we were talking about earlier, where it almost looks like he could shoot that shot, but it really isn't available.
No, it's not available. And when I
Of course, it would be available if it was only the cue ball coming off the bottom rail and scratching the side pocket, but it's like it's never available if you wanted to shoot this ball straight in.
Words of wisdom from Freddie Agnew.
I guess he's shooting the 7.
He's going live on the 7, man. Why not? It's there.
It looks like he's using right-hand English on
there. Boy,
he's
going to have to shave that sucker right by that 13
nice
ball.
Shot.
What a
nice
gorgeous looking shot.
And look at him shake his head because it went right in the center, and I don't think he thought it was that clean.
Man, he played that really nice. He's got a little smile on his face.
Yeah.
Ralph Eckert, hailing from Germany. The other Ralph.
The other Ralph. The other Ralph. And the other Ralph we used to call Rolf. When the first time Ralph Sakay was on TV, I believe it was part of the World Team Billiards. Jimmy Mataya called him Rolf. Rolf Sakay.
Ralph Sakay, my friend. Pretty boy.
Pretty boy Floyd.
Not here this year.
That's too bad. I haven't seen Jimmy in a couple of years.
He's always a fun addition to Derby City. He's having too much fun in Vegas. All right, Ralph Eckert. Putting the smack down on the 14.1.
There you go. What ball do you like for a break ball? The 1 is okay. The 3 is not great. 15 is no good.
Let's have a look at the other side of the table here. I'd try to pop that 10.
I guess the 1 is all right.
I might be able to nudge that 10 on the other strike ball with next to it, maybe the 12, and kind of make one.
Yeah, so if he stops here, he could do that.
Kind of pop it where he needs to have one.
No, he wasn't looking to stop it. In fact, I don't know what he was trying to do. I mean, I know he got to the 5, but the path was awful. So
let's have a look up table here.
And this ball on the side rail, the 2 ball, the blue ball, is tough. No matter, even with ball in hand, it's tough.
Yeah, that's no gimme on this table, I'll tell you. It's like a really long 9-footer shot there. You have to roll this with inside English.
And he's deciding he's just going to shoot it first, which I'm not sure I agree with. Why wouldn't you go ahead and shoot the 5 first? Yeah, gin. I mean, you know,
Perfect.
if you shoot straight, I guess it doesn't matter.
There's a way that you can roll the balls. Exactly, Freddie, excuse me. There's a way that you can roll the balls into the hole, even when they're off target. You just got to put the right kind of spin on it.
The get in English, as some of us call it.
Inside English, I find, is the solution.
The get in English, yeah.
Inside English, whenever you're firing at a ball.
That's right. And if you're a three-pocket player, you could use a touch of inside.
Absolutely. It's little secrets. So work on that, my friends.
And then if you switch from high deflection cues to low deflection, you're going to miss it by a mile. Because low deflection is evil when you already know how to use English.
Ah.
No, I mean, it can get used to anything. But
Does come into effect, though, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
That's why OBQ is one of our sponsors.
They make them all.
That OB Classic Pro shaft I highly recommend it. I think it's really, really, really nice. I haven't been impressed with the shaft since the original 314, but that is a great shaft that plays just like the old deflection shafts that I like. It is playing nice.
They feel good.
So there you go, one of our sponsors.
It's good out here. Just play the 6 and bounce out. Again, I do believe that he wants a slight back cut on this because the one ball is starting to get, it's a little bit too far out. That's good. That's good. So he fought for the back cut on that one, Alvin, because if it was too straight, then he'd have to power the ball in just to get the cue ball over there. This way he gets the cue ball's speed. The speed is still on the cue ball without having to hit the one ball so hard.
Wonderful. And make sure you check out our other sponsors.
That's a nice angle right there. That is a small pocket, my friends.
Sure is, my friends.
Oh my goodness, that looks off. That looks
They're
incredibly
scary,
tight.
man. I was playing on them.
I mean, I'm the type of guy, you know, I grew up playing on Brunswick Gold Crowns with huge pockets with the radiused shelf. So that
the ultimate TV table.
Even if you're close to the pocket, then they turn on the vacuum switch that they have on the bottom. Suck it right in.
That's awesome.
You know.
I know, I love Brunswick's, but these diamonds, one of our sponsors here as well, put on this great event. Look at that Bigfoot, the Super Slab, Bigfoot Diamond Table, diamondbilliards.com, and
nice.
The beautiful Simonis 860 blue cloth.
You got the tournament blue cloth going.
We love Simonis. They were such a huge supporter of pools. Simonis, thank you so much. Kamui Tips and Chalk, and the Bank Shot Calculator. Bank Shot Calculator app. What an awesome app for your bank shots. Check it out, my friend. InsidePool.tv. Coming at you, Freddie Agnew and myself.
Boy, he got really unfortunate here. Bounce.
He surely did. He's got the 7 with a bridge.
And
that's all he's got.
Talk about a tough bridge shot because
impossible.
The bridge has to sit here, and I'm sure he doesn't have stackable bridges.
No.
You know, and when I first started playing this game, the standard bridge at the time, and many of you guys out there know it, the Russo stackable bridges. How many of you guys remember that one, the Russo bridge? You needed that in straight pool because of shots just like this, where you need to stack up a couple bridges just to get over the balls. He might be able to squeeze a bridge in there if he's going to play the 7. None of it's easy. I mean, this is no hanger by any means with any.
You got that right.
Yeah, Ralph caught a really bad roll on that one. I mean, he had a nice breakout. I thought he hit him pretty well. You can only hit him so hard on the pocket. You saw the pocket size. Yeah, at this point, they've just been counting the 14s, 14, 28, 42. There's kind of no reason to put up any other score other than that. All we know is that we're on 2 racks plus 1.
Absolutely. We'll find out at the end of this rack.
Yeah, when he
if
takes
that
the thing,
ever
just throws
happens.
away.
Exactly. When he rakes the leaves here.
Yeah. I like that. He rakes the leaves.
That's it, man.
He's taking a bathroom break.
It's actually
he's looking. He's looking for a way to stack up this bridge. He just walked off.
He's gone. He's gone like the wind, my friend. I'm going to try to get that other camera going, so hang in there. We might get the question mark of death. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Either way, we're going to have fun.
Well, he's come back with the two
oh, never mind. I'm not
here.
going anywhere.
and he's going to try to stack them up, and you'll notice this is,
wow.
you know, to try to stack these, this is the only way you could do it. You stack one on the
Man.
shaft, I believe.
You need
Yeah,
some tape.
Whereas on the Russo, they had that little feature where you could interlock. The Russo interlocking stacking bridges.
Get him some gaffer tape.
Yeah, this is tough because if they are playing all ball fouls, now it's even worse.
Oh, he's doing the super bridge. Look at this. Look at the elevated, man. He's German, isn't he?
Oh my goodness. Well, this ends up being like I don't know if you've ever seen that
wow.
that snooker bridge where
Never
there's a
seen
pivot.
this.
There's a pivot point about a foot or 2 foot down from it. So
Really?
you can do exactly this.
Awesome.
It's a very funky bridge, and
Cool.
only snooker players would know how to do this.
Man, how cool is this? I've never seen this before.
Well, now you're learning something new. We're
wow.
all learning something new.
That
You
is
can do
nice.
this. I hope he makes this.
That is the
Bounces
Uber
that
bridge.
14 out.
Shot of the year here.
Oh, that's too bad.
What a shame. He's so creative, though. Look at that. That's awesome.
That's too bad. I mean, I love the effort, and I love the fact that he actually had an opportunity to make that shot just because he knew how to use a bridge differently. Now, I wonder, here's a question for you all out there. Could you have stacked those bridges a crossway? Now, of course, these bridges probably couldn't fit on a 5x10. On the rails, and then bridge off of the shaft? That was a good try. I mean, really, I don't think it'll ever come up that I'll ever have to shoot that shot, but I definitely learned something there. Goodness. Yeah, I'm going to remember that one. Oh, Robin, you didn't see that shot? That might have been the shot of the year. Alvin's out there now. I know he's going to be checking out the cameras. Ralph came up on a shot that he had to stack up 2 bridges. Trying to describe it, you put one bridge on top of the other where the top bridge was up in the air. I guess you'd have to just have a picture of that one. Yeah, to my question about putting the bridge across like that, I actually saw Santos Sambajon do that in a one-pocket matchup where he laid the bridge across and then bridged right on top of the bridge. Bridged his hand on top of the shaft of the bridge that was laying crosswise across the table. I wouldn't think you could do that. And nobody complained. So I guess if you laid it across and you bridge on top of the shaft, wouldn't your hand be on the bridge? I don't know. I'm just asking. I see someone stepping right up. Alvin, who is this? I only see his back. Oh, it's Get Some. Is that Sean Wilkie? I haven't seen him in a while, and I haven't seen him in black. Usually he's in a white T-shirt. It's like, how can that possibly be Sean Wilkie without a white T-shirt?
It's Sean, get you some, Wilkie. All right, we got 3 cameras back live. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
Here we go. So this is a continuation of the Straight Pool Challenge at the 2013 Derby City Classic. We are sponsored by Simona's Cloth, Diamond Tables, of course, OBQs, Kamui, the Bank Shot Calculator.
Bada bing.
This is Inside Pool.
That's right. And you're listening to Freddie Agneer in the booth with me here. The connoisseur of pool and one of the pool family's essential members.
Thanks, Alvin. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Sean went with that side pocket break that we saw a lot yesterday. I'm amazed how often we're seeing that. Oh, he really needed to tickle that. Is he just practicing? Because that seemed to be a little more important
I think he's
than that
practicing.
shot.
He's practicing. And we do want to thank our moderators, Corner Market Bob, Upstate Al, Denny Stewart, B-Doc, Heather and Steve Kurtz, Pops 89 Live, Snooker, John Slingblade, and the rest. And thanks to all the viewers out there.
And the rest.
And the
Here
rest.
on Gilligan's
who I
Isle.
do not quite remember right this moment. But that's about it. And we
I guess we have to thank the Ustream bot, too.
And definitely, and we want to thank Ustream.tv, of course, and YouTube for all their assistance. So there you go, live.
Well, if Sean is actually playing, he didn't get that tickle out on the 15-6, and it's still there, and I don't know how he'd ever get there. And he's got a problem on the right side, the 3-ball cluster. There isn't a break ball there, but you know, if he makes one of those balls, something's going to tickle out. I think he's just firing at this point. Why not? Because this rack here is a Hail Mary. You know.
Oh yeah, you got to go at this. He's just practicing here, so.
Well, you never know. You know, with the speed that he shoots at, he could just, everything looks like practice.
He loves straight pull, I'll tell you that.
He got just one roll up because he wants to draw this one ring out to these balls. Boom, there it is. Perfect. How's that for straight pull?
Perfect.
That's the type of straight pull I grew up with, except for I would have missed the shot and not gotten the breakout.
Sean's a trained player, and I told him today about using the bridge. I said, man, you got to use that damn bridge.
So if he wins this thing, you're expecting some jelly?
No, just giving him a little tip. He's one of the inside pool crew.
One of these balls must go of these 3. I think the 13 goes. The 13 goes. So if I guess he pumps that 6 in, he'll have an angle on the 13.
An angle.
And nudge. Nudgy. Of course, he can do it on the 3-ball. The 3-ball also goes. So he's got all kinds of. He's got too many ways, as Wimpy Lassiter would say. Too many ways.
Too many ways.
He's got so many ways that he's not even going to shoot it. How crazy is that? Apparently he didn't have either way.
Sean's been playing good.
He doesn't have the angle to break this out unless he can draw back and tickle. Nope. He's playing as if there's a shot in there, but there's no shot in there.
He wants to leave it in the rack. He's going to bump it here. Bumped it too far. Bumped it way too far. I don't know what he's doing there.
I hope he's practicing because here comes the bank.
He's totally practicing.
Oh no, it's the 5 rails around.
It's the super cut.
Oh no, he went with inside English. See that? And maybe nobody was paying attention.
Hopefully not, except that we're live streaming.
All right, here we go.
Across worldwide, 1,000 people watching.
You must put the rack in there. You cannot play a straight pool with a break ball without putting the other 14 balls in there.
He's just figuring out the table size.
It's called 14 and 1 for a reason, Sean.
That's
right.
right.
You need the other 14 balls when you're shooting the 1.
No doubt.
He just shook his head as if he's saying, we're good. Now we go.